Most people think startups need a product to succeed. An app, a platform, a piece of software, something you can see, something you can download. But that's not always the case, because one of Africa's most successful startups raised hundreds of millions of dollars without building a traditional product. And that company is Andela. So the real question is, how did Andela raise over $381 million without building a traditional product? Because the answer to that question challenges everything most founders believe about startups. In this video, we're going to break down how Andela started, how they raised funding, what made investors believe in them, and what you can learn from their unique model. Before we go further, if you enjoy content about startups, tech, and building real income, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like this video. And make sure you stay until the end, because toward the end of this video, I'm going to share something extremely important that most founders overlook, and it could completely change how you approach building your startup. Now let's get into it. The story of Andela starts with a different kind of problem. Not payments, not logistics, not e-commerce. Talent. Africa had a large number of young, intelligent people, but many of them lacked access to opportunities. At the same time, global companies needed skilled software developers, but finding top talent was expensive and difficult. So Andela saw a gap, a bridge between talent and opportunity. Now here's the first lesson. Great startups connect value. They don't always create something new. Sometimes they connect what already exists, and that's exactly what Andela did. Now let's move to the next stage. The model. Instead of building a traditional tech product, Andela built a system. They trained developers. They vetted them. And then they connected them with global companies. This was powerful because they solved two problems at once: talent supply and talent demand. Now here is something important. Their product was not software. It was talent, and talent can be scaled. Now, let's move to something critical. Early traction. Andela started placing developers with companies. Projects were completed. Companies were satisfied. More demand came in. This created trust. And trust is a powerful growth driver. Now let's move to funding. Raising capital. Andela raised funding in stages. Seed funding, Series A, Series B, and beyond. But here's the key point. They didn't raise money because they had a flashy product. They raised money because they had a working model, a system that generated value. Now here is something important. Investors don't just invest in products. They invest in business models. If your model works, funding becomes possible. Now let's go deeper. Why investors believed in Andela? Because they had a large opportunity, a clear problem, a working solution, real traction. This combination made them attractive. Now let's move to scaling. Andela expanded. More developers, more companies, more countries. And this growth created momentum. Now here is something important. Momentum attracts funding because it shows progress. Now, let's talk about something deeper. Global positioning. Andela didn't position itself as just an African company. They positioned themselves as a global talent network. This increased their value because investors look for scale. Now, let's move to another key factor. Quality. Andela focused heavily on quality. They didn't just train developers. They ensured they were top tier. This built trust with companies, and trust drives growth. Now let's go deeper, because this is where many founders miss it. Business model innovation. Andela's model was different. They didn't rely on traditional product sales. They generated revenue through talent placement, and this worked because it aligned with demand. Now, let's move to something critical. Execution. Ideas are everywhere. Execution is rare. Andela executed consistently, improving their system, expanding their reach, delivering value, and that is what made the difference. Now, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Andela's success came from solving a real problem, building a strong model, gaining traction, scaling globally, executing consistently. Now, let's come to the important insight I mentioned earlier. Something that can completely change how you think about startups. You don't need a traditional product to build a successful startup. Let that sink in. What you need is value. If you can create value in any form, you can build a business. And if you can scale that value, you can attract funding. Now here's the final truth. If you are building a startup today, don't limit yourself to traditional ideas. Don't think you must build an app. Think about problems. Think about value. Think about connections. Because when you do that, you open up new possibilities. And maybe you build something different, something powerful, just like Andela, Rocket,